Yo, what up everyone? This time I want to teach you guys how to play shotgun. Shotguns are probably one of the most controversial playstyles in the game. Everyone says, it's easy, it takes no skill, but at the same time, it's a weapon category everybody complains about when they play it themselves. It's inconsistent, it doesn't work for me, shotguns are bullshit, stupid RNG. We heard all the excuses. I'm somewhat known for being a shotgun main or a great shotgun player myself, and I'm gonna share all the knowledge I've acquired in my over 14,000 hours, so you can improve your own gameplay. This shotgun masterclass will look something like that. First, we will take a look at the most common mistakes people make when playing shotguns, and teach you guys some good habits to pick up. Then, I have a small tier list in which I will briefly explain what shotguns to play, how to build your loadout for success, and what ammo types to use. Then I will go through some replays of me playing shotgun and talk you through my decision making, so you can kinda see how to play shotgun and how to combine all those tips in actual gameplay. But okay, let's jump into the most common mistakes people do and some very useful advice when playing shotguns most people disregard or completely forget about. Probably the number one complaint people talk about when playing shotguns is my shotgun never one-taps. Shotguns are more forgiving than rifles when it comes to the aim department, but a poorly aimed shot is still a poorly aimed shot at the end of the day. A lot of people blame shotgun RNG, but while shotgun RNG does exist, it usually boils down to players aiming off center when their shots don't kill. Dealing 144 damage from 10 meters in one is more likely a bad RNG hit, but 13 damage from 10 meters is very likely a poorly aimed shot. But let me explain. A shotgun shoots a spread of pellets, and not a singular bullet, unlike a rifle, unless you play slugs of course. Like you can see here. This causes you to get a hit marker, even when only your outer pellets hit a target. Each pellet deals damage, and the more pellets of your buckshot shot or other shotgun ammo hits your target, the more damage you deal and the more likely you are to get a kill. Like you can see in this little example, depending on where you place your crosshair, you get different amounts of pellets hitting your target. While the first two examples probably reward you with a kill, you can see how examples 3 and 4, you will probably only end up with a hit marker, but 100% not with a kill, due to most of your shotgun pellets actually missing the target. A lot of people believe that their crosshair represents the target, but the pellets are hitting more within an inner circle within your hipfire crosshair. So unless you're aiming center mass, you're probably not gonna get rewarded with a kill. My personal advice is ADSing while shooting your shotgun to get into the habit of aiming center mass while hip firing. And making sure to aim in the middle by aligning the top of your hipfire crosshair, the top little line, with the center of your target. People often ask me why I occasionally ADS while playing shotguns even with a buckshot. And I usually respond with the answer that while hip firing and ADS accuracy on shotguns is exactly the same, there is no difference, ADS on a shotgun makes yourself as a human aim more accurately. AKA, when you're ADS, like you can see here, you can actually tell where you're aiming, unlike with a hipfire crosshair, which can be a little bit more tricky and you might have a little bit more room for error due to the bigger crosshair, which kinda covers your entire target. Alright, mistake number 2. A lot of players who are playing FPS games are hardwired to aim for the headshot area, or at least aim for the upper throat, upper chest level, when initially aiming at the target. But the problem is with shotguns, in Hunt Showdown there is no headshot modifier. That means headshots for shotguns do not exist. There's the same damage modifier as a chest shot. Or at least not for buckshot or other pellet-based projectiles. When you play a shotgun, you want to aim for the lower chest or the stomach area for maximum pellet registers, not for headshots. Slugs and Flechette have a headshot modifier and are an exception to that rule, but you get what I'm saying. Like you can see here in the little example, while a headshot can kill if you get good pellet spread on the head hitbox, you are more likely to miss most of your pellets and not get rewarded with a kill. So aim for the chest, not for the head. Number 3 is that most players don't practice their pistol aim. While shotguns are very straightforward once you are within range, shotguns are terrible at anything but close range combat. This is why you need to work on your pistol aim. Your secondary is a jab to your knockout punch. Your secondary being a jab and your shotgun being the knockout. Sometimes being able to hit at medium distance or ideally landing a kill at longer distances with your secondary can be a game changer when playing shotguns and allows you to close distance to your enemies. You often see shotgun videos by great players being almost a highlight video for their secondary, for half or a good third of the video. My advice is pick one pistol, doesn't matter which one it is, and get good with it. That can be an uppercut, that can be a true shot, that can be a new army. Whatever pistol you like is the right answer here. Yes, I know it sucks, but every good shotgun player usually shines by performing incredibly well with their secondary. For example, I myself am pretty good with any Bornheim variant. And other content creators have their personal favorites as well. That's why I said pick one pistol and get good with it, it will go a long way. For example, have a few days in which you maybe only play pistol, play sparks and a pistol, but try to make your pistol gameplay more of a staple in your overall gameplay, and it will also help you improve your shotgun gameplay in the long run. Number 4 on the list is that players don't use jumping or falling accuracy to get an advantage in a fight, especially against other shotguns or people holding angles. Shotguns are 100% accurate while jumping or falling. That means you have more opportunities to throw off your enemy or making yourself harder to hit. Jump peeking a corner can make your enemy shoot you in the stomach or the leg or entirely miss the shot completely. Number 5 goes directly into this habit. Shotguns deal okay damage outside their one-tap range. For example, right here I'm using the Spectre. And while the Spectre has a one-tap range of 15 meters, it even deals decent amount of damage up to 25 meters. Or maybe even a little bit further than that. Like you can see here, I shoot the target at 23 meters and deal 76 damage. That means you can, for example, land a shot with your secondary and then try to spam your target from 20 to 25 meters with your shotgun and abuse the jumping accuracy and making yourself harder to hit to finish the target. You will see a lot of good shotgun players do that. For example, land a shot with their officer and then just make it rain pellets at your enemy. On top of that, hitting a target from a long distance also makes the target get aim punched, like that little thing where like you aim and your ADS goes up in the sky. Every shotgun hit causes that as well. Number 6 in the list is players don't move enough or switch up their position and become stationary and limit their plays by doing basically nothing and becoming very predictable in their playstyle. This means when you're holding an angle, your enemy has a lot of time to try to pre-fire you, throw consumables at you, or overall try to avoid your shotgun. You should always try to move a little bit after every shot. You can make an aggressive swing, you can rotate in a different side of a compound, swap between low and high ground, and sometimes backing off and letting your enemy push. But you want to keep the fight going, you won't want the fight to turn into a stalemate. Don't stay in the same spot for a long time, because it might actually work against you. Because your enemy just isolates you from the fight and just doesn't interact with you. And by moving around, you have more opportunities to actually use your shotgun. Mistake number 7 kinda plays into that same category. A lot of players miss opportunities to pick up aggression or make plays and wait for things to happen and hesitate because they just react to what the enemy is doing before they get a chance to make a play. That means, for example, peeking a corner, peeking a window with the intent to hit someone with your secondary and already having the plan in the back of your head to push as soon as you get a hit marker or rotate in a different position. Instead of like landing the shot, hitting your enemy, letting them heal, and while they're healing thinking about what to do next, you want to have the plan there already. A good player will, for example, shoot you from the window and instantly vote out the window and push you in a 1v1 because they know right now if you peek them, they finish you with shotgun spam from longer ranges, like I said earlier, it actually deals decent damage, or they will be in one-tap range once you healed up and then have a favorable 1v1. Even half seconds can matter a lot here. The longer you hesitate, the less plays you can make. Number 8 is more of an advice than a mistake, but shotgun gameplay highly depends on compound knowledge and map knowledge overall. A lot of players never explore the in and outsides of a boss layer before they actually fight there for the first time. And knowing a cheeky angle or crack peek can sometimes decide the outcome of an entire fight. My advice is, like you can see here in the little replay, every time you're banishing a boss, use those 3 minutes to explore the compound instead of just waiting around. Okay, it's tier list time. First of all, this tier list is more like a recommendation from my end, and every shotgun on this tier list does work. I know some of you will be upset because your favorite shotgun is not ranked where you want it to be, or maybe it is. But let me explain real quick how I did the ranking. In my opinion, every shotgun is amazing if the initial shot kills. So for me, it is very important what happens when it doesn't. How fast can I shoot again? What happens when I have to fight multiple enemies at the same time? On top of that, some shotguns are long barreled, that means they can one-tap up to 15 meters, and some shotguns are medium barreled, that means they can only one-shot up to 12 meters. Or below, of course. Alright, let's start at the bottom. At the bottom we have the terminus, and in this case it's a terminus without any traits. No levering, no INI, nothing, just raw terminus gameplay. And in my opinion, it's the worst shotgun. First of all, it has a one-tap range of up to 12 and a very slow recycle range. Which, in my opinion, puts into F tier, aka the tier, which you just shouldn't play. Let's be real here. If you play terminus without traits, all power to you, but it's probably the worst option you can pick. Then in the D tier will be upsetting for a lot of people, I know. But it is the Romero and the Romero Talon. Basically the same weapon. While the Romero probably has the most consistent one-tap in the shotgun category. Maybe with the Homestead now. But the Romero struggles from the same problem as the Sparks or the Martini. And I don't think any of you would say the Sparks or the Martini or the Springfield are the best weapons in the game. If you miss your shot, you are in a lot of trouble, and in the case of the Romero, if you miss your shot, or maybe because you aimed poorly, or because of whatever reason, your Romero shot doesn't kill, you have to reload your Romero, and you are already very close to your enemy, and you might not make it throughout the reload without dying. While the Romero is probably my favorite budget shotgun in the game, I love playing it. You guys will see it constantly on my streams, and very regularly in my YouTube videos. It is sadly D tier. You can make it work, it's a sheep, just run it with the Romero, nothing wrong with it, but it's simply the Sparks of the shotguns. Next category, C, we have the Romero Alamo, which has a faster cycle rate than the Romero, and a 50 meter one-tap range, and the Spectre Bayonet. I think the Alamo is actually a sleeper pick, it's really good, but you have to play it a little bit to know your ways around the cycle, recycle time, so you can use it effectively. The Spectre Bayonet is in the C tier because it's a medium length barrel. It actually has like parts of the barrel cut off and thus only has a 12 meter one-tap range. Usually even less. And on top of that, you can lose a bullet while reloading, which cannot be skipped unless you have bullet grubber, which can be quite frustrating. In the B tier, we have the Slate. The Slate is also a medium length barrel shotgun, but it has a really good fire rate, doesn't suffer from bullet grubber, and overall is a very solid pick. It is a little bit expensive, so it's only in the B tier. In the A tier we have the Spectre, which is a long barreled shotgun, 15 meter one-tap range, and has faster fire rate than the Slate, and is cheaper. Honestly, if you're looking for a pump action shotgun, just play the Spectre. Yes, you lose a bullet while reloading, but it's just significantly better and cheaper than the Slate. I hope the Slate gets some buffs in the future, but for now the Spectre is A tier and the Slate in the B tier. Then here comes the fire rate argument. While the Trauma or the Rival are medium length barrel shotguns with a one-tap range of only up to 12 meters, the big benefit is you can shoot twice without having to recycle a bullet or reload, which very often allows you to secure a kill when your initial shot didn't kill, or take down 2 enemies back to back in a very short amount of time. Incredibly helpful, super budget friendly, plays a rival, it's my favorite shotgun for a reason. Now we go into the S tier. For me the S tier is the Homestead, it is a rival but long barrel, like a Romero, and it makes up for every weakness that the Romero or the rival has, since they are both combined together. Homestead easily one-steps up to 15 meters, can shoot twice, S tier. I don't know how long the Homestead will stay, the dev said it will stay past this current event, so I just included it in the tier list. It's an absolutely great shotgun, and if you enjoy playing shotguns and you see one of those on the floor, pick it up, bring it out and save it for a rainy day. Then, no surprise, the Auto 5, S tier. It can shoot up to 5 times in a row, no reloads, up to 50 meter one-tap range. While it is unlikely to one-tap there, you can shoot 5 times to secure kills, you can mow down an entire team without having to reload. S tier, I don't think we really need to talk about it. And the last one is the Terminus, but with levering. With levering the shotgun is incredibly strong. Since you can shoot incredibly fast, and you have more bullets than the Auto 5 to shoot at your enemy. It's a big sleeper pick, levering is quite expensive, but if you watched my levering video, if you use the recovery, you can get levering on every hunter without suffering too much of a downside. But yeah, that's the tier list. Like I said, there will be a more in-depth tier list very soon on my channel, also covering medium slot shotguns. In this video I want to cover the large slot shotguns, because those are like more important in my opinion. Medium slots are great, but not as good as their bigger counterparts. Okay, let's talk about ammo types. There are a lot of ammo types in Hunt when it comes to shotguns. The best ammo type in the game is the base ammo, buckshot. Buckshot has a very consistent one-tap, jumping accuracy, and it's easy to resupply. Honestly, there's nothing better than buckshot in this game. On top of that, you can play slugs, but never forget, slugs have to be ADS'd. You cannot hip fire slugs. I know a lot of you guys know that, but I know that a lot of people out there who are always surprised that you have to ADS when playing slugs. So yeah, slugs are not bad, but they play more like a rifle, and they're less consistent in one-tapping. In my opinion, buckshot is S tier by far, then A tier slugs, and everything else is below that. Not terrible, but they all have their downsides. They can be fun to play. I love playing Flechette to make people bleed. I like playing Dragon Breath to just make people burn a little bit and annoy them. And even Penny Shot can be fun at times. But yeah, the number one ammo type you want to play is buckshot. And if you want more of a rifle, maybe slugs. But slugs have their downsides. They are not an upgrade to buckshot. In my opinion, buckshot is the superior ammo type. Okay, let's talk about secondaries. After the tier list, you can pick your favorite shotgun, pick whatever you like, but when it comes to secondaries, like I said earlier, first of all, pick a secondary that you like. But what do you actually want out of your secondary? You want a pistol that doesn't have a lot of bullet drop, fairly okay bullet velocity, and allows you to like take fights at medium to slightly longer distances. Doesn't mean 100 meters, but you want a pistol that you feel confident in at hitting shots at like 50, 60, 70 meters. My personal recommendations are the True Shot and the Lamut pistol, for example. The True Shot has a great bullet velocity, not a lot of bullet drop for a pistol, and packs quite a punch. So when you hit somebody at 50 meters in the chest, you can trust that they want to heal before peeking you again, which can give you a lot of wiggle room. On top of that, the low bullet drop allows you for some cheeky long-range headshots, especially in combination with high velocity. But also FMJ on this pistol is a sleeper pick, because you actually only lose 5 velocity. Yes, 5. You put FMJ on it, you go from 410 to 405. If you like going for warbangs or you want a more consistent 2-temp, FMJ on the True Shot is a sleeper pick. On top of that, when playing shotguns, you guys see that very often on my stream, I highly recommend Quartermaster. Quartermaster is probably one of the best perks for shotgun players, because it allows you to have like a little pocket rifle with your main weapon. My recommendations when playing Quartermaster are the Bornheim Match, which is a fast firing semi-automatic rifle, which is amazing at clicking heads, Or the Obres, which is a tiny Mosin. I don't think I have to say anything more to that. It's a Mosin. It's good. It hits hard. Gives you range. In my opinion, Bornheim Match is better at medium range and close range engagements. And is more of a jab. While the Mosin is better, for example, if you play in a shotgun with your friends and your teammates want to play rifles, maybe bring that Obres so when you get into an actual rifle fight, aka like 80-meter gunfight, you have a weapon to participate in the fight, especially when you are the only shotgun player on your team. Okay, let's go into the first play-by-play. I'm gonna play everyone's favorite, the Romero, and I pair it with my favorite secondary, the Bornheim Match. Overall, Bounty Clash is an amazing gun mode to learn how to play shotguns aggressively. This match will show you really well how to utilize playing a shotgun while also getting maximum value out of your secondary. And how to harmonize your loadout together. Right now I'm just going in, trying to listen for audio, see who's pushing, get the banishment real quick, and wait for people to get closer. Cheeky angle. Again, like in one of the tips earlier, explore the layers so you know cheeky angles like that, to sometimes get like a free kill, or at least free information on your enemies. Again, I don't stand still, I move around, try to get to a cheeky spot. That guy blew himself up. Got a little bit lucky there. Preemptively place a satchel at one of the most inconvenient spots to defend for me in this layer, which is the top of the tower. And go back in the layer and start scouting and listening where enemies are pushing from. One of them calls the elevator down. Somebody killed himself out there with a dynamite. I don't really know where the body is. But I know it was somewhere around that red barrel area. So I'm just trying to like fight the person closest to me. I don't play passive. I try to challenge him with my secondary because I'm very confident in my aim. Now I hear that somebody's pushing from the construction site. And I immediately start pushing and get a kill with my Bornheim. Apply the burn and back off. I get the kill there, but I don't want to overextend. I know that guy has teammates. I don't want to be caught in a bad position here. I also don't want to lose layer control in that situation. It's very important as a shotgun player to like kind of like establish your own quote-unquote base that you can play from. I grab Darkside, and again, I try to fight the person closest to me. Like just a little bit ago, I was fighting the post office team, but heard somebody pushing up from construction. Switched my target to the construction guy. And now once I have Darkside, I fought the guy isolated by himself. Killed him and immediately see that somebody pushed the little tower here. Got a kill with my satchel and start pushing that target. Shotgun is very much about quick decision making. Right now, here another team pushing. Try to get a tag with my Bornheim. Sadly, miss most of my shots. But by swapping up my angle very quickly, I keep the enemies guessing. They didn't expect me to immediately start peeking the top. They still expected me at the window. And I got rewarded with 2 kills. Like I said earlier, always switch up your position. Just even tiny bits, you know? Tiny bits go a long way. Keeps your enemy guessing and gives you those like slight advantages in a fight. Now I know the last guy has a shotgun, and that's very important in a shotgun 1v1. You gotta be a little bit careful. You don't want to do like silly mistakes. Because you guys are both capable of hitting a one-shot. Right now I'm holding a little bit of an off angle. So he doesn't immediately swing and pre-aim and one-shot me. Something like to keep in mind when playing other shotguns. Try to like hold an angle that is a little bit like odd, a little bit unexpected. So you have like those 0.1, 0.2 seconds where your enemy has to adjust their crosshair, their weapon. And you have those 0.1, 0.2 seconds to get the first shot on them. Right now see that they backed off. I use that opportunity while They're throwing a choke to save their teammate. To push. Sadly, I can't finish the enemy here.
Okay. Interesting.
But like you saw there, I shot him with the Romero from more than 50 meters away. And it made him back off because he probably lost like 120, 130 HP.
Back syndrome.
Right now, I'm burning his teammate. And I'm just playing the buddy. I didn't expect him to push from that metal roof.
I heard footsteps earlier.
But again, by holding like a little bit of an off angle, I get the jump on him. And secure an easy kill. Right now, scanned, and same principle as always. I see there's a team approaching from the Lawson side, or like inside the compound, and there's a guy all by himself, isolated. So I'm deciding to fight the closest enemy, and get that easy 1v1. After I get the kill, I immediately start moving. And get, by moving immediately and rotating, an easy kill on the scale board. Get a redown on the guy that has grenaded. And again, even though I'm getting fought from the distance, I try to concentrate again on the guy closest to me. That's overall my decision making in the entire fight. I always try to fight the person closest to me. This is a great highlight why the Bornheim is such an amazing secondary, by the way. This fire rate allows you to play heavily aggressive. And allows you to miss shots.
Springfield.
Again, the Lulu is backing up. So I start challenging the scale mod. Or like, I'm assuming somebody's gonna go for the revive. So I immediately give up on the target. I always, when I play shotgun, try to like fight the closest person to me. Doesn't mean I always shoot them with my shotgun. But it definitely means I will always fight the person closest to me. Sometimes it's my secondary, sometimes it's my shotgun. Right now I'm very like careful to not lose the 1v1 to the Springfield Dum Dum because it's very dangerous. I'm expecting that they're gonna sneak a revive here. And get another kill. Again, I have very great awareness due to my, you know, game knowledge, map knowledge, and knowing kinda where a person is. But again, I'm fighting the person closest to me. I swap targets, if you saw here, the entire time, like back to back. I get a kill here, fight instantly the next person that is closer when somebody like backs off. I get mostly one match kills here, but it's a great showcase why being good with the secondary or having a good secondary to play with is very important. Right now, they have a Springfield with Dum Dum, which is basically a shotgun, not really. So I'm trying to figure out where they actually are. And I kind of fight it like a shotgun 1v1. I right now want her to give away her position and then fight against her. I'm jump peeking a little bit to make myself harder to hit. But I'm not fully sure where she's hiding.
I need scan.
I know she can't wallbang though. Bottom of the staircase. Use the jump peek, jumping accuracy to finish her.
GG. What a round.
Also great round elite.
Bow video. I appreciate it, Calvin. Very kind of you. Can I hit you like that?
But yeah, overall, like this round really showcased how to use your secondary in harmony with your shotgun. I constantly was jumping around with my Bornheim match, which is probably one of the best secondaries when you play shotgun. But I tagged up the enemies, sometimes got killed. Every time I got the opportunity, I used my shotgun. I didn't exclusively rely on my shotgun, because you can't do that when you want to play shotgun effectively. I used my secondary for the majority of the match. Like I said earlier, some shotgun matches look like a highlight reel for your secondary. Every time I got the opportunity to use my shotgun, I came in and boom, knocked them out. But apart from that, I mostly used my secondary. I highly recommend you guys to practice a secondary. One match is my advice. It's great, but it doesn't have to be. Just pick a secondary that you like, and it will work for you. Okay, this is a round from my homestead video.
we go.
It's a
Bounty Clash
great
start.
round that showcases how to use your secondary in harmony with your primary weapon. In this case, I play as a homestead in combination with the Bornheim match, which is probably one of my favorite combos to play currently. Right now, we're playing Bounty Clash to get quick PvP. I spot the first enemy and instantly get red bell value. But again, you see, like, I'm not running around with my shotgun, I'm running around with my secondary when the fight's down, because I know currently there will be nobody inside to fight. I missed a bunch of my shots here. See that that fight is not very advantageous for me and instantly move to the layer. Now that I get to the layer, I swap to my shotgun because I know there might be people popping in my face here at any second, and I want to be able to take them down with my shotgun immediately. I hear somebody entered the layer, and they're creeping around. I hear them to my left. I try to, like, not make too much noise here. Then I jump peek and use the momentum of jumping to get the jump on the lonely house there and down him. I don't banish yet. I don't want to, like, make too much noise. So I know there's another guy. Now that I hear that nobody is immediately pushing after I got the kill, I banish. Sometimes delaying something like a banishment, like unnecessary audio clutter, is a smart decision. So you don't get screwed over by the game because you can't hear somebody running at you. Now I apply the burn for pressure. Overall advice I give to people, always burn when you can, because you simply should do that. I place the Thatcher there a little bit sneaky. I hear them reviving. Wait for the revive sound and blow them both up. Very cheeky, I could have pushed them with my shotgun, would have been the same result. But I wanted to, like, use some style points. Right now I'm jumping around, fishing for information and listening to the fight that is happening outside. I know there's nobody in the lair with me anymore, nobody shot me, but I know people are fighting, so I'm just gathering information. Looting some hunters real quick, get some refills on the consumables.
Oh, every time I hop in the stream, you get kills with. That's.
I hear that somebody is pushing up, somebody is pushing to my lair. They open the door. Use the little red bill that I placed there to, like, make them back off a little bit. And I'm currently just waiting a little bit. What information they're giving me, like what they're gonna do. Right now I hear them jumping in the front window. So I use the concertina bomb that I found to get a kill. Very convenient though, and after I get that kill now, I hear one more person out there. Shoot the bee barrel. Wait a second if the bees are gonna aggro on her. Now I have her location, and I make the immediate push. That's what I talked about earlier. Two things here. First of all, I decided from the get-go, if the bees aggro on her, I'm gonna push her. And on top of that, like you saw in my tier list,
Hope I don't get one
this is a great scenario in which it showcases if your first shotgun shot it doesn't kill. It's nice to have a second one available to secure the kill. Now I pick up scan, see two players remaining, one is above me, one is straight outside the building. Right now I'm just waiting for something to happen. I just go for the warring here just to make them believe I can see them. And like you saw, it was quite effective. They got scared and backed off. Currently I'm trying to make one of them fight me and put himself in a bad position. I threw a firebomb there so they can't play the immediate close angle up there in the roof. And it was enough pressure to make them back off. Even though I like playing shotgun, I didn't know what guns they have yet.
Is that going?
And I didn't want to get surprised by a pocket shotgun and get one tap before I can shoot them. I'm wasting a little bit of scan here, some might say, but I just want to have clear confirmation where somebody is so I can decide which one we want to fight. Right now I tag him twice. My jab. I know he's low HP. I'm pushing up. And finish him. Like you saw here, perfect example how I use my secondary to give me some space. I know he's gonna be like very low HP after getting tagged twice with the Bornheim. Could have been a kill. But I used that time to immediately push into one tap range. Even if he heals there fully, after those two taps, I was immediately in shotgun range. Now I'm in a 1v1, I use cover here, map cover, hard cover to like get closer. I don't hesitate, every time my enemy gives me, like you see, I wait, 1 second, enemy doesn't do anything, I get closer. I wait, I get closer.
There we go.
I was checking, you know, get the one tap at the end. But what you saw there
Holy.
is on my last push, I pushed, waited a second, or not even a second, half a second, see if they react to me pushing. They didn't, I got closer. Then again, I waited half a second, do they do anything? Are they moving? Are they swinging me? No, they don't, I get closer. And suddenly, I was in one tap range. But I already planned that ahead. I was like, I'm gonna push that guy, gonna use hard cover to like get closer. And every time they don't push me, I get closer and closer until it's unavoidable for them to not be in my shotgun one tap range. It's a great showcase, in my opinion, how to use your secondary and shotgun and swap between weapons the entire time. You don't only have to rely on your shotgun. You can use your shotgun effectively, but should still use your secondary when the opportunity is given. Like, again, how important map knowledge is and how important decision making is. Right now, I hear that somebody is on the boss. Boss is red, and they just started raging scrap peak. That means, for me, they can't hear anything. Anybody who's in scrap peak's near proximity right now is deafened. That means I can push. They don't really hear me. I hear that things got a little bit hectic in there. It can happen. Something died to scrap peak, we have all done it. I use that chaos to start pushing the layer. And again, they are deafened by the scrap peak stream. They didn't hear anything. I get closer and get into shotgun range. And kill the food skin. Heard a female hunter die here earlier. I don't know what is going on right now, so I'm just applying a burn and start analyzing the situation. Seeing if I get any footsteps, see if I see somebody pushing. Right now I only saw...
somehow.
And yeah. I saw 2 players. So there could be a third. I'm not fully sure yet what is going on. So I'm just waiting with the burn if something is gonna happen. I just heard somebody getting revived. And from that range, you can quite easily get a read on with a shotgun like the Spectre, for example. Especially when they are missing health already. Now that I know that that person is probably outside, who did the necro, I'm gonna steal the bandage away from them. So they can't get their health back. I start burning to get the last player a little bit closer.
Bro, why is there a concertina trip?
Yeah, good question, right? Why is there a concertina trip mine in the middle of the layer? Who knows?
What the hell?
Now, I hear the second team pulling up. And now is exactly when I make the decision, I'm gonna play more aggressive. I heard somebody die. I'm gonna react to that and see what's going on. Somebody was holding the window. Was ready for me to peek. So I'm gonna swap up my angle a little bit. But decide to stay aggressive. Check the last known location. That he missed my shot. But by me swapping up my angle just slightly, I had an opportunity to get a kill. Didn't, but I created an opportunity.
Ooh, it was a little desync.
Now I'm looking for more players. I saw the female hunter in the building, but I didn't see anybody else yet. I'm just fishing for information right now. Didn't see anybody from the high ground, so I decided to like rotate down and play a little bit more of audio.
With the inside with a huge shotgun. Yup. Life do be unfair sometimes.
Deciding to re-peek the window. Here's somebody beetling. Get on the high ground and see if I can maybe catch somebody.
Yeah, it's a beetle. Not today though.
Overall, shotguns are great at killing beetles if anyone doesn't know that, since you only need to deal 1 damage. And shooting a bunch of pellets
What the hell?
definitely helps a lot. Now here there's another team pulling up from the La Plata side with the Cyclone. So I decide to go back inside the building. And I hear that somebody's creeping up by the chimney area. I'm currently trying to find the closest person to my building. Try to get into a 1v1. I hear that somebody's creeping around out there. I shoot at her from that distance with a shotgun and just aim punch her. Or him.
Gotcha.
And then use that little like window where they probably back off a little bit to get closer and then get into one-tap range. I got a little bit lucky there that I killed him, but the principle applies the same. Now I hold a little bit of an off angle by the window. Gets a kill on the female hunter. Sadly didn't get the kill on the tier 1, but I know he's low HP. Instantly start following up the push. See that he creeped inside. Apply a burn on his teammate. Just so he feels forced to do something. And use the chaos that I created. Probably his teammates telling him, oh, he's burning us. Blah, blah, blah. Discord yapping. And push him and punish him. I didn't know he was going to push there, but I checked the closest location. Now they got 3 kills. I start reloading my shotgun and I'm start listening to audio around me. Gets the closest hunter to me, the Corvid. Gets the kill. Still listen for audio, don't scan yet. Slowly woke up. Sometimes walking helps a lot in those situations. To not be like too audible by moving. See that one is above, one is in my boss lair. Now see that they're all dropped and there's a team pulling up behind them. Sadly, I was besieging and didn't have a flare pistol, so burns are hard to come by. Kinda wasted all my burns. Otherwise I would have burned here. Loot the buddies. But I'm basically trying to get into a 1v1 with the closest player to me, so I can finish his team. See a guy outside the building, one more in the layer, and the team pulling up from the south side.
Oh, memes of darkness, I appreciate it.
Now I'm holding a little bit of an off angle behind the metal locker. I can't get wallbanged there. Now I'm waiting for them to push me.
Thank you for the...
Especially in a 1v1 against a shotgun, it's sometimes important to be the person that can shoot first. Using jumping accuracy, and was trying to get into a 1v1 with the Red Hood skin here. Sadly, they're not really doing much. So I'm trying to like get them out of position with the dynamite. I don't think it's gonna kill. I just want to like maybe push me, do an aggressive move, but she doesn't. So I decided to push outside the building and try to get into a 1v1 with the guy that was outside the building. Sadly, I had bad timing, and while I went outside, they climbed inside the chimney. Very unfortunate. But sometimes Hunt do be like that. But the idea was there. I want to like get into a more easily fightable 1v1 against the guy outside. Because the female hunter inside, the other shotgun, was waiting for me to push her, and that is usually not ideal. Right now I was holding the little off angle on top of the stairs. Very convenient. And get 2 kills by that. People very often don't expect that you like hold the corner aggressively. I get 2 kills by, for that. And now I'm back in the 1v1s against the shotgun. I'm going again in my off angle position. Sadly couldn't stop the revive because she aim punched me. And now I'm in that awkward 1v1 against the staircase. I can't overcommit here. Because she's holding the angle on me as well. Shotgun 1v1s are quite tricky, but because it's very much about like trying to be the one peeking. And at the same time not peek into the angle that they're holding, because it's very easy to one-tap an enemy that jumps into your crosshair with a shotgun. So I'm aggressively holding the angle and waiting for them to like make a move so I can then swing into them. Like here. Throwing the window, hoping that they maybe believe I jumped out to make a move. Trying to bait them with audio cues. Now somebody else pushed the building, which is very convenient. Got a little bit lucky there.
What the hell has happened?
Analyzing the situation here a little bit. Seeing who's like gonna push me first.
What the hell?
I hear one guy by the chimney that stepped into the concertina barbed wire, and I hear the gator to the right. Again, right now I don't want to get pinched in between. I don't want to get put in a sandwich, so I'm maintaining the position while not too passively. I'm aggressively peeking. Gets a kill on the gator. But I'm not overcommitting. I don't want to like suddenly become the punching ball in between the two teams. Or the two players. Now I hear he's creeping below me. With my map knowledge to drop down. Without making too much audio. Instead they get stuck. Unfortunate. Gets the redown. Hear that there's another player by the chimney who got revived. Peeker and finisher with the body tap.
My
I got a little bit lucky there that like the body tap there worked out. Seemingly the gator was a solo. Kinda caused a lot of chaos. But I think this fight showed really, really well how I swapped between like aggressive plays with using map knowledge and using off angles.
I need a burn though. I wanna
And
burn this guy.
then swapping into passive
that guy
gameplay when I
come
needed
back.
to and waited for an opportunity.
Here, there we
But at the same time also having the mindset that when I am in a situation where I can make a play, to make the play.
Sorry,
I didn't
brother,
play
but
brainlessly aggressive, but I played aggressive when there was an opportunity given to me. But yeah, that was it
What a
with the
match.
video. I hope
what a
those
match. I just don't trust that
decision
that guy's not
makings or
gonna
like the breakdowns help you a lot in your own decision making when playing shotguns. Catch you guys on the next one and
come back. I don't have bullets
have a
now.
good one.